Vaya data, upa. El señor Stanley lo hizo con alevosía y ventaja. Vaya data, upa. Órale.
You can't run. Lights out. There is no escape.
Pues aquí hay nada.
Shine down.
Pues no, nada. ¿Dónde los encuentro tú? ¿Una forma de encontrarlos así? No. No parece. ¿Por acá? Ah, mira.
Hey, that bunch of hillbillies. Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the sword of brilliant valor, surely.
Tada. La espada. Esta es la espada nada más. ¿Qué estoy haciendo ahora? Estoy en una disyuntiva si me meto más a campo u oficina. Creo que los dos son importantes. Exacto. Pues mira. Yo estudié ingeniería industrial. Y estoy especializado. O sea, yo trabajo en un área de logística. Pero como data scientist. Entonces yo te elaboro dashboard, te veo bases de datos y consultas de reportes y todo. Así. Y también te automatizo procesos. Entonces es como una combinación de los dos. Logística es una combinación de los dos, tanto de oficina como de campo. O sea, no voy muy seguido al almacén, si te soy sincera, solo pues como para conocer. Sí me tocó un proyecto en que tenía que obviamente ver los procesos dentro del almacén y hacer como un mapeo de procesos para ver qué procesos podemos quitar y hacerlo más rápido. Pero en su mayoría sí estoy en oficina con una computadora todo el tiempo.
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
Huh.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic, I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an Anemo crystal fly? If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back.
Casi
It's the
consigues que te
brilliant
caiga.
ray of light that guides you out from the darkness.
Vaya labia tiene el bardo.
Right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the sword of brilliant valor.
Es mentira, ¿verdad? Es una vil espada X.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield.
¿Podrías darte cuenta del chismoso que tenemos en la parte de atrás, por favor?
Let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so... Huh?
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora-spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where? I want to see.
No, bueno.
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember?
Ah, ¿qué quiere este señor? ¿Qué quiere este señor? ¿Qué quiere este señor? ¿Qué quiere este señor? ¿Acaso sabrá quién es Venti? ¿Y está viendo qué habilidades tiene Venti? A ver, a ver. Tiene que ser por acá. Pues no, no parece. ¿Ustedes ven algo? Porque yo nada. ¿Eso? Eso es nuevo. Eso no estaba. Ah, no, pues era... ¿Qué? Hold on. Excuse me. What the fuck? Tengo la vida con eso al 100%. ¿Qué está haciendo? ¿Qué? ¿Qué onda? No, pues no veo nada, tú. Juraba que era eso, pero parece ser que no es eso. Entonces, ¿qué es? Yo no veo nada. Yo estoy rodeando la montaña y nomás no veo nada. Y rodeando la montaña, y rodeando la montaña, y rodeando la montaña. ¿Aquí? Ah, no tiene pinta que eso esté acá. ¿Quién nos por acá? ¿Será con esto? ¿Será ese? ¿Será por ahí? No, tampoco. My friend, where the fucking hell? O sea, ahí, el primer Hillichur que decidí evitar. ¿Vieron que tenía?
The shield of magnificent honor.
¿De dónde?
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
Sigamos siendo barbudos con él, por supuesto que sí. Hoy tu elocuencia está al máximo nivel, ¿eh?
You have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the shield of magnificent honor for free.
Dejémoslo a Venti. Creo que, si no mal recuerdo, Venti sabe Gilichurlio.
Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Churro?
Extraño que no empieza a pelear con nosotros tan luego.
Well, okay, you take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlian by now. If not, there's always body language.
Bien platada. Te cambio el escudo por 2 cuentas igual. Ah, tenía que hablar.
He did not seem to appreciate that.
Toma esta flor dulce es para ti. Toma esta máscara que rugía. Uy, chapupu, uy, ¿qué?
Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that.
Venti, cantar tu darme escudo.
Well, if you insist, a tune I shall
Hello, Damau, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all. Oh no, we ticked him off big time.
Ah, yo qué iba a saber.
You can't run.
Vale. Vale, deme escudo. ¿No? Ok. A volar.
Hey, he dropped the shield of magnificent honor and ran.
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Mentira.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised!
Mi vida.
Actually helped a
Mi
lot this time.
vida. Este cabezón.
What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, bud? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a stroll too?
Ay, no te hagas, Stanley. Ande, chilibos, pues aquí adelantando cositas. Te hemos muy abandonado la misión de Venti, ¿ok?
Oh, that's right. An after dinner stroll to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Y estoy viendo si tal vez mañana se libera la ISOP y entonces mejor adelante el directo de estreno del ISOP para mañana.
I'm starting to think
¿Cómo
Stanley
ves?
might be a fraud.
Yo también.
Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dadaupa Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
Épico,
Better
perfecto.
believe I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with hilichurls. I'll get back to my, stroll now. Goodbye.
Oh, sí, sí, oh, sí, oh, sí, oh, sí, sí, oh, sí.
Guilty
No le creo, señor.
conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued.
La verdad es que esta misión de Venti está muy X a comparación de los otros arcontes, ¿eh? Pero bueno, pues eran de las primeras misiones que sacaron de parte de Genshin, de las legendarias, so no podemos esperar gran cosa, la
I
verdad.
wonder if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Okay. Siéntate al lado de Stanley. A ver, Stanley, ¿qué requiere usted? Estos de chismoso, ve nomás qué cara de chismosos tenemos.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Vaya, vaya.
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Habrá otro Stanley aparte de él.
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchibari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? Why?
Vaya, vaya, que no es Stanley. ¡Oh! La cara de gato.
If only you hadn't had
Como un
to
gato.
save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tag-along.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
Woman, en serio, piénsale tantito.
I think our friend really did make it to the Merjavari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
En efecto, Stanley en realidad no es el Stanley que todos creemos que es. En efecto.
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Merjavari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. I'm getting too old. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Vaya, vaya, Tacubaya. Ay, no, que va, no, que.
Yikes! We're busted!
Y dilo que así de que, desde hace tiempo. ¿Qué está haciendo? Dile que hay en el fondo. Intenta hablar con Stanley. Diluc, hola, esto es muy raro que tú estés por aquí. Hola, ¿qué tal? Ya sé que no te gusta que espíes.
I'm glad I actually had the chance to come down here today. The tavern isn't overcrowded, and I couldn't be in a better mood.
Ah, interesante. No sabía, aparecía Diluc siempre aquí y yo recuerdo que no. Entraba uno y no más no está ahí.
Go away. Save your questions. Just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight,
Ay.
Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Nah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Teyvat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley's
Ah, yo creo que se puede aguantar un viaje a Liyue.
They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first
Ah, bueno, los
place.
ladrones, espérate tantito.
Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Ya se fue.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Ay, vamos, no te sorprendas, Venti. Sabe muy bien que los borrachos así se ponen a
Just
veces.
now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
Okay.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Pobre hombre, la culpa lo ha estado especial toda su vida.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior, and that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
Ah, ok. Todavía no está Mare Yibare. Ah. Vaya, vaya, Takupaya.
I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
Okay. ¿Desde cuándo perfeccionaste las artes del dendro, my friend?
I can't believe it.
La Rosa de Guadalupe.
Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
Huh.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine.
Voy a cobrar mi trabajo con permiso. En donde siempre, o sea, donde está la estatua.
Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
Nos vemos en donde siempre.
Hey!
O en el árbol. En cualquiera de esos dos lados donde siempre te lo encuentras. Aló, ¿qué tal?
Stanley. So many years after the fact. It's not even his friend himself that holds him back anymore.
Ah, tú ya
I, for
sabías.
one, am confident that the people of Mondstadt will not forget his friend's story.
Busca el lugar habitual. Yep. Ay, voy a teletransportar con su permiso. Hasta allá arribota, ¿por qué me haces subir hasta allá arribota? Te pasas, my friend. Dun, 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 dun. Aló, ¿qué tal? Te doy la patada, que me... ¡Pah! No se puede.
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere.
No es cierto.
So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider.
Ay, no.
This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet.
¿Cómo que esta forma?
It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Ok, entonces me estás diciendo que Mondstadt no era así un simple terreno, ¿sabes? O sea, ya había gente, pues, en todos lados. Vale, cool. Ah, pero me estás diciendo que la guerra de los arcontes, toda esta locura ahí, caótica y demás, todavía había, o sea, ¿era toda esa tema del tirano todavía?
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
No, ¿o sí?
That's right.
No, ¿en
The tyrant
serio?
of the winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms.
Ah, dice la tempestad de Carabia.
Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better, or tiny seeds of hope.
Eso sí, Venti, ¿cómo Chihuahua te conoce los terrenos? O sea, vemos a Abe, vemos a Soli, vemos a Ruka de Bata. ¿Cómo te los ganaste?
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
En efecto.
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend.
Ah, bueno, creo que eso sí yo me lo sabía un poquito antes.
In Old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom, and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Lo mismo que con el amigo de Stanley.
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing, Paimon.
Bueno, ¿por qué no vas a recoger un par de manzanas?
Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples?
Sí. Eres demasiado pequeñita para saber esto.
Getting a little peckish or something.
¿Ah, sí?
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes.
Ay.
But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him.
Te escucho.
Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Oh. Vale, no sabíamos esta parte de Venti. La verdad es que, pero de todos modos me sorprende de que no tenga la segunda parte. Silueta con la capa verde está en silencio como nunca antes. Es incluso una ligera brisa puede volverse pesada, pero no solo los mortales son capaces de ser conscientes de un momento tan fugaz. Ah. ¿Hay una segunda parte? No.